All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich Celenza, and thanks for checking out my channel. So what I want to get into today is don't get caught up with other people's physiques, all right? And I went through this throughout my entire life, and I'm going to first start off by saying there's nothing, I think, wrong with looking up to people that are superior or people that you want to look like or be in the type of condition, regardless if they're a professional athlete or not. Could be a friend, family member, or colleague. I think it's great to look up to others when it comes to, you know, wanting to get in better shape or maybe have a different, better body, I should say. And I'm going to go back to when I was younger, the Arnold and the Franco days, Frank Zane, and then when I first started to lift weights, for instance, I looked up to those guys, I think like a lot of us, and then maybe even Sylvester Stallone. And then as time went on, I really started to look up to, say, Lee Haney, Rich Kaspari, and Dorian Yates. These are all professional bodybuilders. That's kind of who I wanted to really become, I guess, physically, especially Dorian. And nothing, again, wrong with me really trying to push myself to get to that level. And I had no interest in becoming a professional bodybuilder, power lifter, professional athlete of any sort. But I did realize as time went on, you know, me striving for something was wonderful, but I took something to a certain degree that started off very healthy, and before you know it, I made it very unhealthy. Now, I didn't take steroids or anything in that nature, but I started to overeat a lot. I started to lift a lot of weights, which was great, but after a while, I started to damage my body and my tendons, my joints, my muscles, pulling different things, kind of being obsessed with creating this body that was very similar to theirs. And believe me, I'm not here to dismiss that, because without those type of guys and me pushing myself, I would have never gotten to the point I got to. But there's also the point, and that's what I'm saying here with physiques, be very aware. You know, aiming for something to a certain degree may end up hurting you instead of helping you, especially when it comes to injuries. Also, you have to realize everyone has a different body structure. Everyone has different genetics. And for instance, if you're somebody who's 5'6", that's, you know, looks a certain way, you're not going to look like Arnold at 6, whatever he is, 2 or 3. I don't even remember what he is. You have entirely different bodies. You got to realize these type of things, and also realize, you know, you have to create what works best for you. And I don't think a lot of people really understand that. Don't always get caught up in what other people look like or what they're doing, their workouts. You need to figure out what's going to work for you, what's going to truly make your physique look the best that it can. And again, being caught up hypothetically with other people's physiques or other people's workouts a lot of times may be actually holding you back. Not only that, you have to also realize that these type of athletes, they do this for a living. Okay, this is something they strive for many, many years, even decades. So a lot of times I see people wanting to get a certain type of physique, and I'm with you, but you have to realize how long that's going to take, how much dedication. Also, they may have been doing things that you may not be willing to do. That could go for, you know, taking certain types of steroids hypothetically, or growth hormone, maybe even supplements, and also consuming a tremendous amount of food again. And here's the deal. I get, again, people, we always want to push ourselves maybe to get to where others are at. That's wonderful. Just make sure you do it right, is what I'm trying to say. And always don't get obsessed with what other people look like or what they're doing. Figure out on your own, again, what's going to work best for you. I can't emphasize that enough. All right, because I took something, like I said, very healthy. When I started to work out, I was 135 pounds. Over the years, I got up to 250 pounds. And truthfully, when I got to where I started to look like these guys was when I felt my worst and my health was at its worst. What I had to discover at 250 pounds was this was not for me. And I had to figure out, wow, even though I want to look like them or be as big as them, that's not working for me, especially health-wise. So the more weight I started to lose and the smaller I got, for instance, and I got down to, like, say, 220, and now I'm 200, feel a lot healthier. So I'm going to wrap it up there. If you get a chance, check out my podcast, The Rich Celenza Show. I'm also on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If you get a chance, subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know.